I'm Fiona Beals on the women's basketball team. You're watching Clan TV, home of Canada's NCAA team.
I'm Alicia Roberts. I compete for Canada's NCAA team. Watch me on Clan TV.
Swant, nice pass underneath the homer for the layup. Great little skip underneath. Backspin on the ball off the window. Swant with a big offensive rebound. Bingo for Alicia Roberts. Home run ball down the court and easily for Alicia Roberts is going to beat the clock.
Just a big possession here, Howard. They got to end this quarter out.
And
just
they do
like
it.
That.
A great dish there. Gets Homer in position for the score there. Ellen turning on the Jets off the acceleration. Gets to the rack for the layup. Here's a great opportunity for Homer, but a nice offensive rebound there. Ken in transition. Ellen dishing to Alicia. Head fake on the baseline for Roberts. Nice move. Great look underneath from Alicia Roberts. The dish. 9 by 11. G puts up the triple and he's going to knock it down. Vanessa G. What an effort by Simon Fraser tonight. And welcome everybody to the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. Saturday night GNAC women's basketball on tap. Howard Samura with you here on Clan TV, soon to be joined by my broadcast host and analyst Zahid Valley Hashim. It's the Simon Fraser Clan on a bit of a roll here late in the regular season, set to play host to the visiting Seattle Pacific Falcons. Two teams with definite playoff aspirations. The Clan in the thick of that playoff race right now, sitting with a 10-5 record coming into the game in a 5-game conference winning streak. A victory tonight over Seattle Pacific would equal the longest conference winning streak since entering the GNAC, the NCAA Division II basketball a number of years ago. So a historic night on tap here for Simon Fraser. As they mentioned, sitting at 10-5, fourth place in the GNAC. Coming into action tonight, Seattle Pacific sitting at 5-9 and trailing Northwest Nazarene by 1 game for that final playoff spot in the GNAC. So you're going to see a very desperate Seattle Pacific team here wanting to get things going, especially coming off of a lopsided loss on Thursday in Bellingham to Western Washington. Seattle Pacific falling 60-43. The Falcons hit a season low, 24.6% from the floor in that game. They shot just 15 of 61, including, hard as this is to believe, 5 of 31 during the second half. That's 16%, folks, from the field. As we mentioned, 1 game behind Northwest Nazarene, who sit at 6-9 for the 6th and final spot in the conference tournament. So Seattle Pacific not only wanting to get back into the win column, but wanting to redeem themselves as a shooting basketball team here today. Not a single player reaching double figures in that last game, so a real kind of bounce back opportunity here for Seattle Pacific. Simon Fraser, what did they do? They came through with an 84-74 win over St. Martin's here on Thursday, and it was a record-setting night, or a record equaling night anyway, from the perspective of Ellen Kett, the point guard for the Clan, dishing out 16 assists in that game, equaling a GNAC record. So a tremendous performance for Ellen Kett. She had a great game right from the opening quarter. Great to see that happen for her. As well, Rachel Fradley up front, 25 points, 13 rebounds, and the pure freshman Sophie Swant, 12 and 11. So some great efforts there from those two in the front court for Simon Fraser and the Clan right now, sitting with a 12-8 overall record. As we mentioned, 10-5 in the GNAC. But Simon Fraser winners of 8 of their past 10 games, so doing a terrific job in terms of getting through the adversity, that early season loss, as we've mentioned oftentimes, to Meg Wilson, the player expected to be one of the top front court presences in this GNAC conference. And Simon Fraser, a nice reinvention under head coach Bruce Langford. Rachel Fradley, as we mentioned, really shining in that effort. 25 points and 13 rebounds, and so much of what she did really helped this Clan team break away at a very key juncture in the game. They got Fradley moving with 2 spots on the floor, moving with the basketball. Instead of just posting her up, she really moved well to the ball off the high post passes and became a nice scoring threat underneath the basket. So Rachel Fradley played a huge role in the front court. Sophie Swant as well. It was interesting to see the Argyle junior girls basketball team using the floor here earlier today to warm up, and a certain Georgia Swant, the younger sister of Sophie Swant, part of that Argyle team, and you start to see what a nice family community there is here in BC high school basketball, and of course with the collegiate ranks as well. So many of the Clan players, graduates of BC girls high school basketball. Simon Fraser in terms of their schedule, having a Tuesday game against Western Washington's a 7 o'clock start here at the West Gym, and that will be followed by a Thursday game at home as well against Montana State Billings. So 2 games next week for Simon Fraser. They are the final 2 home regular season games, and we'll get a look at the standings here in a second on our video screen in the pregame show. As you can see, Western Washington having a great season at 13-2. They're just one off the pace of the number 1 ranked Alaska Anchorage Seawolves, who lead the conference at 14-1. Just having a terrific season. Montana State Billings, of course, in town as well. So it's a tough week for Simon Fraser, getting a 13-2 arch rival and following it up on Thursday with a 12-3 Montana State Billings team. Simon Fraser will then head out on the road, and it's not going to get much easier after that game against Alaska Fairbanks. They will indeed face number 1 Alaska Anchorage to end the regular season. So Simon Fraser playing against some teams they should be beating here the last couple weeks, and they're doing just that. They're winning. They've had great scoring performances from the likes of Ellen Kett, from Elisa Homer, and Rachel Fragile. So a lot of the great planned players are stepping in big here for their team. We're going to be joined now by our analyst on the broadcast, Zahid Valley Hashem. And Z, we were talking about how this opposition team here coming in is really coming off of a big-time struggle. How are you, ladies? The officiating crew coming by. Seattle Pacific shot 24% from the field in their last game, and they had a horrible shooting game. You can't expect a team, in this conference, there's enough parity here to suggest that you can't think they're going to have a bad shooting performance again.
Yeah, no, I mean, Western's a tough place to play, and obviously a big rivalry game there for the 2 teams. And, I think it was like a 4-point game at half, and, Western came out and put away in the second half. But I think, Seattle Pacific, looking at the box score, shot 5 of 31 for 16%. In the second half, and you're not going to win too many games when you come out shooting like that. So, coming out here, I'm sure that they have that at the front of their memory, and they're going to want to come out here and play, and obviously, hang on to the last, try and get that last playoff spot in the tight race to the end here.
Well, leading this team in scoring is Courtney Hollander. Started all 22 games, averaging 12.5 points a game, as well as 11.9 per game. It's Jordan McPhee. We're going to take a short break here on Clan TV for the playing of the anthems, and we will be back for the start of the player introductions.
University Falcons. This time, we ask that you please rise as we welcome the Coquitlam River Elementary School Choir for the singing of the American and Canadian National Anthem.
I'll go all the way over.
No, you're fine right now.
All right. Okay.
Oh, no. Go over here.
And back with you now on Client TV, Howard Samura, Zahid Valley Hashims getting set for the start of GNAC women's basketball here from the top of Burnaby Mountain and Simon Fraser University, Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. Wherever you're joining us, hope you enjoy the broadcast today. And we're getting set for the introduction of the two lineups. Seattle Pacific in town today to face Simon Fraser. Just waiting for the exit of the fine elementary school choir here.
Yeah, it's a great job. We've seen them a few times now, and I think the last 3 or 4 games we've had a local elementary school choir come and perform the national anthems, and they do an outstanding job and get the spotlight here at the West Gym.
I love it, and nice crowd here today. The very full house here at the West Gym, so great to see great support for local collegiate basketball here at the SFU.
Yeah, looking forward to a good game here. Seattle Pacific coming in with that 5-10 record in GNAC play, and they're ready to play. I mean, they've come off a tough loss at Western Washington. They expect them to come in and be ready to play, and obviously Clan had success in their home game on Thursday night. But I'd really like to see the Clan come out and play a full 40 minutes on both ends. We talked about the last game, had a great first quarter, let up in the second quarter, and then they put them away in the second half. But I'd like to see them play a full 40 minutes, especially at this point in the season, going into the playoffs, and you just want to see it happen on both ends.
And you're right, Z, great point, because I think 3 of their last 4 games are against the 3 top teams in this conference. They've been playing some of the weaker teams and beating them. You're right, they need 40 minutes. As Elisa Homer, number 4, is introduced to the crowd as part of this starting group at a Hansworth Secondary in North Vancouver, the redshirt sophomore. There is Ellen Kett, the junior out of Melbourne, Australia. Exciting to think those two will be together again next season. Rachel Fradgley in her sophomore season out of London, Ontario as well, getting the call in the starting lineup. Coming off one of her best performances of the season. Double-double performance with 23 points. Sam Beauchamp as well out of Holy Cross. And Alicia Roberts, the senior out of Pepperdine via Holy Cross in Surrey, will be your starting group for Simon Fraser. We'll get the Seattle Pacific starters to you as we progress here, as we get set now for the opening tip to get set to bring up the house lights. And Simon Fraser now getting set to tip it off here and get going here. Z looking for a franchise equaling 6th straight win in the GNAC, so they've been playing well.
They have, and you talked about they have been playing some of the weaker teams in the division the past 5 games, but this is the time that you want to have success in those games. And now, as the season comes to an end, we're going to have 3 tough games, coming up. They're going to really be tested here, and I think this is a great game for them to kind of get in that zone and realize that coming up they're going to have 3 tough games to close out the season.
Well, the opening tip now being set to be taken here. Rachel Fradgley as well taking the tip, winning it for Simon Fraser against Courtney Hollander, number 21, and we're underway here from the West Gym with Kett on control. Go up top to Sam Beauchamp, and now Kett with the ball on the wing. Inside pass, quickly pass back out as Beauchamp sets the screen for Roberts. Elisa Homer's cross-course pass, shot clock under 10 now. Homer, fake, can't get a 3 off, and great defense on the perimeter here by Seattle Pacific, but with 2 on the shot clock, looks like they're going to foul Ellen Kett. So a veteran play by the veteran Kett. Well, actually just out of bounds. Oh, they are calling indeed a foul on the play. Jaylee Albert, the freshman, who moved into the starting lineup in the Western Washington game, is going to get called for the foul here.
That's a tough foul call defensively for SPU. I know 2 seconds on the shot clock and you give that up.
Well, Simon Fraser, though, goes right off the inbounds. They go to Fradgley, and she's going to put it in for 2. And there's Simon Fraser with the 2-0 lead early. Luca Savage, number 3, cross-court pass on the top to Hollander. Check that. Luca Savage again on the baseline. Jordan McPhee gets it back to Hollander, number 21. She's going to take the long jumper off the back iron, scramble for a ball, and the Clan are going to come away with it. It's going to be Ellen Kett, number 5. Quickly to Homer. Elisa will drive it and take the tough shot, not using the window there. Couldn't find the mark on the shot, and very quickly down the floor come the Falcons. Luca Savage Knocked out of her hands by Roberts. Now, Alicia Roberts getting an early steal here. Keeping the Falcons off the board. Simon Fraser didn't have their best three-point shooting night, and this time in their last game against St. Martin's, a win here on Thursday, and Homer unable to draw iron on the three-point shot there.
That's a tough one. She had a good look at that, and it's uncharacteristic of Homer to airball a shot, but hopefully she'll get a few more, I'm sure, today to practice.
Well, the great shooters really take it personally when they don't draw iron. I know Roberts feeling that one, and she's going to try and, Homer, and she's going to come back strong next time she shoots it. So foul being called on Homer. So Elisa getting called. Luca Savage getting the ball. He's going to take a handoff. Kett guarding her. Good size at the guard spot there for Luca Savage on the floor. Roberts gets a rebound, wrestles it away, and gets her team back up the floor. Tough shot, doesn't get the roll. Beauchamp, though, with the offensive rebound for Simon Fraser. Kett now driving and dishing to the corner for the three ball. Homer, close, can't get it. Nice flurry of offensive rebounds here for Simon Fraser here early.
Yeah, the Clan doing a really good job on the offensive glass, rebounding the Falcons 4-1 here early.
Beauchamp defers off the touch underneath, and they'll go up to Alicia on the top. Roberts to Kett now finding the reset with Beauchamp. Nice up and under move. She's going to get called for the steps underneath, though. I think the main thing there, Samantha Beauchamp on a reset there. You really want her to be aggressive around the basket, and she made a move for the hoop, so that's a good point.
Yeah, she had a tough outing last time, getting into foul trouble, and only played 12 minutes, but fragilely picked up brunt of that work. But hopefully Beauchamp can get involved in this game here today.
Unable to find the mark underneath, but the Falcons getting a loose ball and a chance to take another shot. They don't get a reset on that clock, though. The shot clock down to 8. Kick it back up top, and the drive now from Rodriguez. Well, the foul being called on Alicia Roberts, so the Clan picking up another foul there. 2-0 game here in the first 3 minutes of play. Scrambly.
Yeah, 3 minutes in, and it's really scrambly, scrappy play here. We've got a couple turnovers, a couple missed shots. Neither team shooting particularly well. Combined 1 of 8. Both teams are shooting from the floor. Well,
Rodriguez finds a way to get a make there. She missed her first, and the Falcons now on the board here at 2-1. Jaylee Albert, number 11, is the pure freshman guarding the senior Roberts. They go to Homer in the corner. Elisa's little head fake, short little jumper, can't find the mark, and Homer having trouble getting into a groove here in the early stages of the first quarter. Vanessa G now set to check in at the next stoppage. 3 ball being put up by the Falcons is not going to find the mark there from Albert. And Jay Lee running the point here. Going to go inside, and Beauchamp defending underneath is unable to get the stop as Hannah Rodriguez takes a wide cut to the basket there and goes off the window. So 3-2 now for the Falcons. Delivering underneath, fragilely kicking back out to Homer. And there's a three-pointer for Elisa Homer. To Homer, but the Clan come right back and just give one up. That hurts. Wide open underneath the basket.
Yeah, Homer got a good look on that last 3 down there, but I'm really impressed with the defensive pressure from Seattle Pacific. They're really containing the guard play and then, adjusting when the ball gets thrown into the low post and making it difficult for Clan players to score, regardless of where they are on the floor.
Yeah, great point. See, they have scouted this team, and they know what they have to do early to keep Simon Fraser from getting hot. Can they hit a 3 here? They cannot, as Roberts goes off the back iron. That's Rodriguez bringing the ball up court to Luca Savage. Underneath, fragilely there, gets there and gets big underneath the basket to prevent the basket from Rodriguez. Ellen Kett, of course, we mentioned with that GNAC equaling performance in the assist column the last game, and still the leading 3-point percentage shooter in all of Division II basketball. Here is Kett looking for, I'm not sure who she was looking for. The shot clock down to 3. Kett's going to put it up, And Ellen Kett continues to astound at the shot clock buzzer.
Yeah, she had a great one the other night with the shot clock expiring. This one, just a couple seconds left, and able to get that running jumper to go just inside the three-point line from the top of the paint.
That is savvy from Ellen Kett. Makes it 7-5 Clan. Simon Fraser here defending in the half-court. Fragile and Beauchamp both come on the baseline. Hands up a whistle. Don't believe it was at the point of contact. Timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it here for a second. I think that was Kett getting the foul. Indeed it was. Kett's first foul of the game. So this Simon Fraser team is facing a very, very scrappy Seattle Pacific team. And as Z mentions, they are going to great lengths to defend on the perimeter, to cut off passing lanes, penetration lanes, and really, I think the key, Z, as you mentioned, recovering well underneath and really not preventing or really not allowing the bigs of Simon Fraser to really have some room to roam underneath the basket. So although Simon Fraser's got a couple of offensive rebounds here, they have made it very tough on the home team as we hit one of these timeouts here in the opening quarter of play. Mentioned, of course, Simon Fraser right back to it here. As part of this lengthy homestand, they're going to play on Tuesday at 7 o'clock against Western Washington. And we hope you will be able to get out here and support the Clan, or if you can't, to watch on Clan TV. But Western Washington, the true rival geographically and historically with the Simon Fraser team, dating all the way back to those NAIA days when Alison McNeil, the former Canadian national team head coach, built the program here at Simon Fraser, and so many great battles against the Western Washington Vikings. And that'll continue here as Carmen Dolfo's team comes into Burnaby to face the Clan. Some changes on the floor here. Sophie Swant, number 21, Vanessa G, number 2, into the game for Simon Fraser. Molly Greger as well out there, number 24 for the Falcons. And Greger gets into a held ball situation there with Roberts, I believe it was, and the arrow is going to favor the Falcons here with 27 on the shot clock. Courtney Hollander, number 21 at the top with the basketball. Brianna Lasconia also out there, number 20. Some of the changes on the floor with the personnel here. Simon Fraser gets a hand on the loose ball, targeted for the post area. They get another steal and a chance to build on this early 2-point lead. Here's a great look from Sophie Swan to Ellen Kett underneath, and the freshman passing from the high post. What a great look down low.
Awesome look, and she continues to amaze. Every time she comes in off the bench, we just expect great things out of her, and she just made a beautiful read there and found a diving Ellen Kett to the basket for the nice layup.
I was talking to Anthony Fortunasso, of course, her high school coach, because Argyle was practicing here as the Falcons knocked down a big shot from the corner. Lasconia hits one. But he asked me how Swan was progressing, and I just did this. I said, this is the curve. It's just going straight up right now. And he was all smiles to hear that. They're in the crowd. The Argyle kids are watching Sophie Swan here tonight. There she is with the ball now. The handoff to G. Roberts now looking for a lane. You're right, see, they're cutting everything off. This time a foul being called. Take a look at the replay here on Clan TV. That great cut to the basket by Kett. It's neat that a pure freshman can deliver that pass, but Kett, the veteran, leads her so well with that nice hard cut to the basket. Samantha Beauchamp coming out of the game and Rachel Fragile re-entering. Of course, thanks to Gabe Lynn, our producer-engineer, for those great highlights on Clan TV.
Howard, I was waiting for you to plug my alma mater, Argyle Secondary, and tell everyone that I went there. You always do it when Sophie Swan comes in, but you didn't go there today. I was a little disappointed.
Well, we'll plug another North Van school, Z, and that's Hansworth Secondary. Scott Palmer, the veteran there, head coach, is actually, I understand, stepping down after this season. One of his star pupils just scored there, and that's Elisa Homer. Great jumper there from number 4. This time the held ball is going to go in the Clan's favor. So on that alternating possession, Simon Fraser with the basketball, Swant inbounding, and Seattle Pacific showing a lot of pressure here.
They're picking up full court here, and like I said, the pressure's just caused another turnover here, and they're doing a very good job defensively, and trying to get these Clan girls to settle down as Coach Langford and just run their show, run their offense, and calm the nerves a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of zone pressure there, and it has the desired effect for the Falcons, who get the turnover and the basketball. 2:33 remaining here in the first quarter play. 11-8 is the score. We'll bring you some of the numbers here as the box score grows, but Seattle Pacific now with the basketball. Foul being called away from the play.
I think we had a 3 in the key call there on, I think it's Pregame for SPU's kind of posting up there and hung out a little bit too long for the referee's liking.
Well, good job there by the Clan to get the basketball back here. 11-8, a 3-point lead here. Fradgley gets a touch, post-up move off the window, and Rachel Fradgley makes a great move there. And that is a nice to see one-on-one Fradgley with a nice turnaround touch. Visconia, the jumper, off the mark. Kent's bullet pass down the court, right to Fradgley, and a tough miss there for Rachel underneath. Very quickly, Seattle Pacific with Visconia, number 20. Luca Savage now being guarded by Vanessa G. G cuts her off on the baseline. Luca Savage reverses the ball back. Jaylee Albert, the freshman, back up top now to Rodriguez, and that ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Visconia. Vanessa G checking out. Fiona Beals, number 10, will check into the game. Number 10 for the Clan.
I think Coach Langford here is just trying to find the right mix of players that can, produce the, run the show and basically play according to the game plan that they came out with to start the game here.
Well, they're finding ways, and a nice reverse look underneath there. Doesn't go for Fradgley. Nice to see Rachel with no hesitancy to try to score that basketball with those touches underneath. Here's Rodriguez, number 25. Luca Savage quickly. Jumper from the corner is going to go off the front of the iron. And that was a miss there by Courtney Hollander, number 21. So very quickly, the Clan back up the floor.
Howard, we talked about the defensive pressure, and we saw how easily the Clan ladies were moving the ball last outing, and just the fluidity of the passing and the skip pass and just setting up their shot. But it looks like they're having a little bit of difficulty here today.
That's a great point. If I was a coach from Seattle Pacific and I watched that first quarter, I would say, hey, that's our number one priority. We have to throw as many wrenches.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of hands in there, a little tip away deflections and stuff like that. They're making it difficult for the Clan to kind of set up and skip the ball to get a good look.
Well, Simon Fraser, if they want to do anything in the postseason here, have to adapt to the way these teams are going to play them. And Seattle Pacific clearly has come with a purpose here. They're getting a good job done here underneath. The great position underneath is not going to go, but they are going to draw a foul underneath, and a tough spot for Homer to have to guard in the post there against number 21, Courtney Hollander. Hollander, a 6-foot sophomore out of Linden Christian. They get a desired matchup there against Homer in the post.
That's going to be her second foul, so she might sit here for the remainder of the first half.
But it is an interesting Seattle Pacific team, Z. When you look at them, they are big at the guard spots, and they have a lot of strong players. And I think interesting how they can find those mismatches, but they got one they wanted there. And they make it pay. Hollander making that free throw. 13-10 now the score at final 18 seconds of the quarter. Here's Kent charging down the court. Shot clock off here with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Kent, tough cross-court pass. Beals. Thought maybe she would shoot that, but she doesn't. Swant instead takes it down. 3.1 seconds remaining, in Seattle Pacific with the basketball. Beals, I thought, might have shot that ball, see, but she didn't like the look she had there and passed it up.
Yeah, unfortunately turned over, and give Seattle Pacific a chance here to maybe get a shot away with 3.1 and see if they can cut into this 3-point lead here.
The chances are they're going to be putting up a 3 here with the clock ticking like this. So we'll see if they can equalize here. They get a good look at it. Oh, it doesn't miss by much. That was Jaylee Albert, the 5'9 freshman out of Hamilton, Montana, with a miss at the buzzer. 13-10 for Simon Fraser. And I don't know if battle lines have been drawn or what conclusions you can draw from that opening quarter of play, Z, but yeah, I think you made some great observations in terms of the intensity that Seattle Pacific is bringing here defensively on the perimeter. It's up to Simon Fraser to meet that challenge. And we'll see what happens. But we're going to go through some of the numbers from that opening quarter of play. Simon Fraser holding Seattle Pacific to 30% shooting from the field, just 3 of 10 overall. Simon Fraser, on the other hand, 6 of 14. They did knock down 1 triple, and it went to Elisa Homer. Not a whole lot to report scoring-wise. Homer with 5 points, and we should mention 2 personal fouls. Rachel Fradgley and Ellen Kett with 4 apiece. On the other side of the ledger, 5 points from Hannah Rodriguez. She's 2 of 3 from the field, and she's made a free throw. 3 points for Brianna Lasconia, and 2 more as well for Courtney Hollander. So that'll bring us up to date on what's happening through a real, I don't know what you want to call that. It wasn't an oil painting, as we've said in the past.
Yeah, no, it was a very scrappy affair, and I think this little 75-second break here between quarters, hopefully the teams can kind of readjust. I mean, the Clan are going to be in tough here in the second quarter with Homer on the bench. You're leaving a lot of points on the bench. Leaving one of your
your leading scorer,
on the bench as well. So, we'll see how other players will maybe pick up the slack here in the second quarter.
It should be interesting to see as we progress here how the character and the nature of this game defines itself. Simon Fraser looks like it's going to show a little bit of zone here to start the second quarter of play. Howard Samura, Zahid Valley Hashem here from the West Gym. Indeed, the 2-3 zone in play. Vanessa G checked in at the end of the quarter, so she's out there now in that back line with Fradgley and Beauchamp. It's Roberts and Kett up front as Homer sits. Albert, quickly they're going to go down to Rodriguez. She'll go back up top. I find it real tough reading these Seattle Pacific jersey numbers. So close in color to the actual jersey color. Here's Roberts getting a defensive rebound. A lot of ponytails, too.
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
It's very difficult. We're starting to learn the personnel here as we go. Roberts with a 3 from the corner. Bingo! Alicia Roberts with a big 3. Great way to start the second quarter of play for the Clan. Wow, that is an answer. And it's going to come from number 11, Jaylee Albert, the freshman. She knocks down a big shot there. Gets 3 right back for this Falcons team. The answer Seattle Pacific and head coach Julie Heisey wanted there. Here's G at the top quickly to Kett. Ellen feeding Fradgley in the post. Rachel up and under. Goes with the left hand. Doesn't miss by much, but hustles for that loose ball. Here's Roberts from the other side. Ooh, Alicia, good look at it. Couldn't get it right into the hands of Rachel Fradgley, and she will score that basket for Simon Fraser, making it 18-13.
And the Clan continue to do a good job on the offensive glass with their 4th offensive rebound, and that one, Fradgley was the beneficiary of a tip pass and got an easy, funny layup there.
Well, if you're gonna battle and stay in position, you're gonna get some of those. And Fradge with a great job there to get that loose ball. G now with the rebound. Ellen Kett, cross-court pass. Roberts tees up another triple. Boom! Bottom of the basket for Alicia Roberts. And her family cheering wildly from the stands. They gotta love what they're seeing from Alicia Roberts. Separation is coming.
I've got an 8-point lead now, and Roberts has hit 2 of her last 3-pointers down there, and from either side of the arc on the corner.
Triple being put up in response, and now twice they have answered the Alicia Roberts threes. Jordan McPhee knocks down another 3.
And that's tough. You get so excited, you hit one on your end, but then to give one up is so anticlimactic.
Boy, yeah, they're taking a lot of the thunder out of the Clan shooting attack here are these Falcons, and G's going to get called for the turnover there as she finds a lane to the basket. Massive changes on the floor here for Seattle Pacific. It looks like, is it 4 players coming in or 3? They're changing their look here in a big-time way. We'll get you up to date on some of the names as we... Erica Pagano, number 30, is one of them. And Lindsay Lee as well, number 22. Bringing the ball up the court now is Brianna Lasconia. Entry pass on the wing is going to sail out of the hands of Lee. So a turnover giving the Clan the ball right back. Simon Fraser showing a nice balanced attack here. Fradgley is a nice presence underneath. We see the zone, though, from Seattle Pacific. trying to pick their way through it very quickly. Got a touch inside. They'll kick it back out to Beals to Kent. Across court now to Roberts. On the edge of the block to Beauchamp. Up top to Beals. 12 on the shot clock. Kent driving. Kicks it back up. They get the entry they want. And that is a great move from Rachel Fradgley. The turnaround move against the zone. She kept her composure down there.
She did, and it was a great find. I'm really impressed with how Alicia Roberts is playing right now with Homer on the bench. She's really picking it up. She's knocked down a couple threes, and she's finding some really good lanes to make the good passes in.
Yeah, patience in that zone was key, but this has been the key theme from the opposition. It's a response every time down the floor. Seattle Pacific with Laskonia. And head coach Bruce Langford, his cold is a bit better. The strep throat's a bit better, Z, but he's not feeling good right now as he calls that timeout. 23-18 is the score. Well, media timeout. We will take a short timeout as well and be back with more right after this on Clan TV.
At any given moment at the keg, something special is happening.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my second semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir. I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
And welcome back, everybody. West Jim, Howard Samura here with you on Clan TV. Zahid Valley Hashim as well, and we're watching the game start to define itself with a bit of personality here. 23-18. Simon Fraser, I think, in the driver's seat so much as I think they're dictating what's happening here, but Seattle Pacific is answering Simon Fraser's baskets with big ones of their own here, and we're in a 5-point Clan lead. We're going to have Sophie Swan checking in at the next stoppage, the pure freshman sensation. She's a breath of fresh air here in this Clan lineup the last few games, and we'll see what we mean when she comes in. But Roberts again with another triple. Alicia with 3 triples in the first half of play. 26-18 the lead at 8 points now for Simon Fraser. Pivoting in the paint there and kicking it back for another response. Can they get it? This time they don't. Seattle Pacific unable to find the finish there with number 22, Lindsay Lee.
And SPU just wants to come back and hit a 3 every time that they see one come down the other end, and this time didn't get it the friendly bounce and the roll to go in.
Yeah, they're looking at that mirror image of Simon Fraser. Great crossover move by Roberts to Fradgley, who plays the grass, draws the contact, and Rachel Fradgley is making things happen. See, every time she touches the ball, something positive is happening for the Clan. Number 30 being called for the foul there is Erica Pagano. So Fradgley now to the free throw line. Fradge makes the first. We should mention Elisa Homer, the leading scorer on this team at about 17 and a half a game. 2 quick fouls in that first quarter and is not playing here. Minutes being filled by committee here, but clearly Roberts, one of the starters, taking the key leading role as a shooter. Great job there. Ellen Kett is not the tallest player on the floor. Boy, she gets so many of those balls.
Yeah, she's a really a force to be reckoned with on both ends of the floor. Obviously a leading 3-point shooter in the nation in Division II basketball, and defensively, you know, she'll go in there and get those rebounds as we get a off-ball offensive foul call here. Looks like a moving screen. Referee Leslie Smith with the call.
Ellen Kett, to me, is Stockton-esque at times. She is, and I know we can say that in this neck of the woods in the Pacific Northwest, but she is an absolute general on the floor and does so many little things as well. And as many of them come on the defensive end when she takes a charge or just times that leap to get the steal to get her team back up the floor. Here she is right now. Great entry down low. Great job by Sam Beauchamp to come out of nowhere and block that basketball. So Simon Fraser right back up the floor. Quick touchdown to Fradley. Not in any kind of rhythm, but she gets an offensive board. Smartly kicks it back out. There was no new shot clock awarded there. Didn't draw any iron underneath. Fradley with the basketball up top to Ket. Tough pass for Ellen. And it's going to come right into our broadcast location here at center court. I reckon Fradley could have went up strong there, but elected to pass it out inside instead. And Simon Fraser turns it over. So here are the Clan. They showed some zone to start this quarter. Looks like they will show that again here. Jumper for three is not going to find the mark there by number 22, Lindsay Lee. And the Clan with another reprieve and a chance to push this lead past double digits. Drive by Ket, and she's going to get bodied right at the end by Luca Savage. Stacy Luca Savage, the 5'9 junior out of Centennial, Colorado. Ellen Ket now set to go to the free throw line. Ket's first is good. Bruce Langford told a really great story, and I think we might have repeated it once, about how he went down to Bellingham to pick up the Kets from the airport, and when Ellen Ket got out of the car, it was like, did I make the right decision coming all the way from Australia? I think she had some doubt in her mind, and she had a pretty tough freshman season as well, adjusting to the pace of play in the GNAC. It might have been not quite what she thought, but certainly in chatting with Ellen, she loves where she is now, and it's great to see the season she's having.
Yeah, and she talked about some of the physicality and the tempo and some differences that she noticed coming up here and playing the GNAC. And she was honest and said it was a lot tougher than I thought it would be. And she's obviously adjusted and had made the effort to practice more and get involved more, and she did a great job with the pink game there tonight. So she's really taking in the whole university experience here at Simon Fraser.
She's become a part of the fabric of the sporting community here on Burnaby Mountain. That's great to see. Underneath the basket, stripped away at the last second as Fradley goes to the basket. The foul is going to get called against Erica Pagano. We'd be remiss not to mention the great effort by Courtney Hollander on the basket on the other series for Seattle Pacific. Great pass there on Clan TV as we show the look underneath. Fradley taking it hard to the basket. Seattle Pacific, though, really showed its length as Fradley misses that one. Recycling their opportunities in the series before at the other end of the court. And really, a player like Courtney Hollander is going to be a big factor here for Seattle Pacific if they want to get back into this basketball game.
Yeah, and there's something they need to work on is their rebound. They're getting now rebounded by the Clan, and Fradley's having a good day down in the post there. As she unfortunately misses that one, and SPU comes away with the rebound.
Fradley coming off the double-double, a key offensive cog in the win over St. Martin's on Thursday. McPhee underneath, and this time Hollander is going to challenge Beauchamp underneath. We'll check that. Fradley is going to get called for the foul. That's her first of the game. But that has to be the MO for the Seattle Pacific team, as they've got to start bodying, getting physical underneath. And Courtney Hollander has been a willing participant the last couple times down the floor. She makes the first free throw. 28-19 our score, 3:18 remaining. Nice crowd here at the West Gym on a Saturday night to watch this Clan team. That one is going to roll off the rim and out into the hands of Sam Beauchamp. There's Ket now very quickly up the floor. Beauchamp at the high post, the handoff to Ket. Roberts this time the three from the top off the front of the iron. Battle underneath, a bit of a tip drill there. It goes into the hands of the Falcons, and Jordan McPhee quickly down the floor on the baseline now, getting a double team underneath, and they came nicely there to stop Hollander. That was Beauchamp and Fradley. Great double team there from the Clan. Swank cross-court pass. Little head fake is going to get Roberts in line for a tough fading shot off the window that doesn't go.
And both teams really want to push the ball here, but not having much success with getting the ball to go in, so it might be an idea to kind of slow things down, set things up, and set up for a good shot.
Well, Alberts and McPhee on the other side of the floor. The drive high off the window, partially blocked on its way up, and it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll say Clan basketball. We're going to get Beauchamp to inbound the ball. Sophie Swant will instead come out. Lisa Homer, the two quick fouls, if you're wondering why she's not on the floor, has been sitting this entire quarter. Roberts now getting across half court. Jordan McPhee guarding her, number 13. Cross court now to, and the thought about the three, and they're going to say she stepped on the sideline.
That's a tough one. Playing your home gym, your home court, you should kind of have an idea of the spacing and know where you are at all times. If you practice on this floor, you play enough games, and that's a tough one. And
that's a tough one, especially when you've been hitting 3 threes
exactly,
in this half.
And that's her spot. That's where she wanted that too.
Roberts from the sweet spot, just a half a centimeter off course. And that is what Ellen Kett can do to change a basketball game. We talked about that precise thing. She takes the charge, and she can do that better than anyone in this conference.
That's me the second one on Albert, so she's probably going to maybe take a seat here, or maybe not.
Well, we mentioned Jaylee Albert made her first start of the season, I believe, in that loss to Western Washington, moving up as a pure freshman into that group after an injury to another player in the starting 5.
That's the fourth team foul for the Falcons. So next one, we'll put the Clan at the line here as Kett brings up the ball, and another offensive charge taken.
Yeah, gotta like it.
Kett. Those Coach Langford just loves those hustle plays. And his players get into position to draw those charges. And
we talked about it. He wants him in the box score.
Yeah.
Here's Roberts at the top, trying to drive through the traffic. Swant's going to put up a 3. Sophie doesn't miss by much underneath, and Rodriguez is able to shield the Clan players away underneath the basket to get her team up the floor. Jaylee Albert now, we're 117 from the half. Jumper, not going to go there for McPhee. Boy, this game is moving fast. Roberts with the shot, and she will find the range. Alicia Roberts with her 4th triple. She is feeling it. 58.3 seconds remaining. We're going to keep it here through this timeout. And we'll tell you about some of the people that help us bring Clan TV to the air as proud sponsors of Simon Fraser University Athletics. And the first one of them is Nestor's Market. Proud to be the official grocer of SFU Athletics. They're your local grocery store offering a full selection of items including organic, all-natural, gluten-free, and much more. You can visit Nestor's Market today at the Cornerstone. We'll also tell you about the Keg, proud sponsor of SFU Athletics as well for a long, long time. Visit a local Keg restaurant after the game tonight.
I can hear you. I just can't really hear what you're saying.
And make that your best play of the night. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. See you tonight. And as the teams get on the floor, we'll also let you know about White Spot, a proud supporter as well, cheering on the sidelines, providing award-winning burgers to fuel athletes and fans before or after a game. White Spot has your back. Find your nearest location. Visit whitespot.ca. Back to main action here, coming out of the timeout with 58.3 seconds remaining. Clan enjoying their biggest lead of the game here at 31-19. That is a 12-point lead. Ellen Kett doing her best guarding. Rodriguez gets it stripped by Kett. Plenty of time here as the Clan come down the floor. Kett's going to slow it up and get it to Roberts. Boy, Alicia thought about that 3 for a split second. Here's Kett again, driving, skipping to Sophie. Up top to Roberts, 4-3, and she hits it! Alicia Roberts with 5 triples in the first half of play.
Wow, what a great shot. I really thought the Clan were going to take a shot earlier in that, go for a 2-for-1 as Bruce Langford always likes to do, but what a great setup, and Alicia Roberts just on fire tonight.
Ooh, and Seattle Pacific close with 13 seconds left, can't find the mark, and Roberts fading away from the top, knocks down the big triple. 34-19 the score.
And I know who I'm looking for right now if I'm the Clan.
Well, this time it's going to be Kett, the NC. They got a nice option there with the leader in Division 2. It's not going to go. And that's going to be it for the first half of play. 34-19. And the Clan with a nice surge at the end. And Alicia Roberts, what a half for number 32, the York House product, and transfer to Pepperdine University. 34-19. And it was a great effort to get her team on top. So a great half there as the Clan do a good job adjusting to the foul problems. I'll look up top. We will do, and we're just hoping to get our halftime guest here as we get ready. And as I look through my notes, we will do that. Jessica Wallace, the Clan assistant coach, and we get you to look up here, Coach. But you know, Homer had the early fouls, and people had to step up, and the way Alicia Roberts stepped in has to be heartwarming for you guys.
Oh, absolutely. We love when everyone steps up, and Alicia can obviously shoot the ball, and she's doing a really good job of moving off of penetration and getting those looks for herself. So,
if I was the coaching staff of Seattle Pacific and I watched tape of your first quarter from Thursday, I would be denying all I could too. And they really did a job of throwing some wrenches your way to deny penetration early in this game.
oh, absolutely. And, you know, we have to take advantage of that. We had a few back doors early on, and we just need to keep doing that and getting the ball inside and getting the ball outside, and we're getting our shots when we do that. So
1/2 away from a pretty successful weekend here, right?
absolutely, and we're hoping to continue. These are big games for us. So.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
SFU assistant coach Jessica Wallace with us here on Clan TV, and we thank her for those comments. We're going to take a break here, and we'll throw it back up to producer-engineer Gabe Lynn. We'll be back with more stats and whatnot to set you up for the second half of play, but we'll sign off for now. Howard Samura, Zahid Valley Hassaman, back now to Clan TV Control.
At any given moment at the keg, something special is happening.
One team,
400 athletes strong.
we sing not one,
But 2 national anthems.
We strive to always be better.
we put our heart into competition.
We pursue national championships and university degrees.
We care about our communities.
We are
We are
We are Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
I'm Tyrell Lewin of the SFU men's basketball team. Today we're here at Gilmore Community School to do some community service, read to some kids, and play a little basketball with them. Let's go.
Well, we brought the team to Gilmore Community School because we feel it's important to promote literacy, within schools, and being that these guys are at post-secondary, this is 2 steps ahead of where these kids want to be, and so this is something that they can aspire to. And using the hook of basketball and reading, I thought it was just a great fit.
It is always very inspiring for the students to have, someone they recognize in the sports field to come and visit. The kids were very engaged, and I also think when they see someone in that caliber come and read, it makes reading very important.
How about we ask you guys which one we want to read?
We've been trying to emphasize all week about our Family Literacy Week, how important reading is. And today we also had a guest speaker to prove it that yes, reading is fun. And we laughed. We had some good questions. So thank you for enriching the students' lives.
It's on us to stop sexual violence.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
With 400 student athletes in 17 sports.
Together, we can end sexual violence at SFU.
To look out for each other.
And not look the other way.
To get a friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To speak up.
To step in.
To support those who need it.
To be a part of the solution, not the problem.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
Because consent matters.
Because consent matters. Because consent matters.
Because consent matters.
Because consent matters.
Learn more about how you can contribute to a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual violence at SFU by visiting sfu.ca/sexual assault.
Because together, we can make a difference.
Leah Pels was the rather ordinary high school runner who decided to attend Simon Fraser University. She got a job at the pub to pay for her tuition, then knocked on the door of Coach Zenon Smakowski to ask if she could join the track team. From humble beginnings, Pels went on to a remarkable career, first as an NAIA champion, then as a 3-time Olympian.
When I first came up to SFU as a freshman, I had the same goal that I had since I was 11 years old, and that was I'm going to the Olympics. And when I got up here, I think what I really realized was I could actually do that. And just that belief in myself, of course with my coach Mike Lonergan believing in me, that was what I really needed. You know, every athlete needs to believe in themselves, but be surrounded by people that believe in them. And SFU, everybody up here, the trainers, the physios, even some of my profs, really believed in me and supported me, and that base really sort of propelled me forward toward the Olympics. SFU really was the start of my competitive athletic career. Being up at SFU was the right fit. I had amazing facilities. We have beautiful running trails up at SFU, like miles and miles of trails. And I think just the life up here, I loved being up here. Going to my first Olympics, and being really happy just to make the team. And then after that, when I came home, I thought, okay, just making an Olympic team isn't enough. Now I want to make an Olympic team and be a competitor. The '96 Olympics really was a very special time for me. My lifelong goal was just to be at the Olympics, and now I have this opportunity to be in a final. So it was a really exciting race, and I ended up 4th, and it was a very close finish. I think in retrospect, I could have started earlier, but at the same time, I had the last 200 meters of my race was the fastest out of any of the women in the race. So I thought to myself, it's all I could do. I did everything I could do, and I was really, really happy with that. And then the 3rd Olympic was the one that I was really going to medal. And unfortunately, I got injured, which is part of sport. That was one of the hardest things that I had to learn at that time, was that some things are out of our control. It taught me about, you know, utilizing the resiliency that I had and carrying that forward, and that's exactly what I did. Being an Olympian means that I understand and I learned what it means to be disciplined, what it means to be committed to something, and what it means to believe in myself.
When I first came to SFU, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted. When I got into my 2nd semester, I suddenly wasn't so sure what I wanted to do anymore. So I started to explore a little bit. Archaeology, communications, history, even kinesiology. And then I decided to go on exchange to France for a year. I was an orientation leader for a year, became a community advisor in residence, helped start a choir. I even took a rowing course. After SFU, I have lots of possibilities of what I could do, but whatever I do, I know I'll be ready for it.
I'm Max Barkley with men's basketball, and you're watching Clan TV, home of Canada's NCAA team.
Hi, I'm Alex Balick from softball. I compete for Canada's NCAA team. Watch me on Clan TV.
And we are back with you here on Clan TV. I'm Howard Samura with you, and we are watching the Simon Fraser Clan women get back onto the floor. We're going to run through some of the numbers, but we're hopeful to have a player interview here with you, and we will effort to get Alicia Roberts to join us here courtside. And perhaps somebody can help us round her up, but we want to talk to Alicia Roberts about that incredible first half performance. 5 3-pointers for Alicia Roberts, and what an effort it was for Roberts. 5 of 10 from the field, 5 of 8 overall. She's leading all scorers with 15 points. And we will endeavor to get her. But we'll run through the rest of the box score as well. Simon Fraser having to cope without having Elisa Homer on the floor after those 2 fouls by number 4. That meant Alicia Roberts had to join the rest of the group and really step up in a big-time way. And we are just going to get her to step over here, the York House product. Of course, Alicia Roberts, you remember her from her senior year of high school and had a great career at York House and then on to Pepperdine. But what a great, and we'll look at the camera right here, but what a great opening half for you shooting the basketball. How good does it feel to get that going?
It feels really good. I've just been trying to get into the gym the last couple days. My shot's been feeling a little off. Getting into the gym with my dad. He's been helping me with my shots the last little while, so I think it's starting to pay off.
How fun is it to have Dad right there in the front watching? They were all cheering you on.
It's pretty awesome. It's a great feeling to have my whole family here.
2 quick fouls to Elisa Homer. I know yourself, Elisa, and Ellen Kett are a great triumvirate. When you guys get going, you're tough to stop. But when one of you has to sit for an extended period, do the other 2 of you guys kind of amp it up even more?
I think so. I think, when we get in foul trouble like that, you kind of just need to take it upon yourself to, make up for the other person and just step it up. You step up the game, kind of bring energy to the floor in whatever way that we can.
All right. Well, we'll be watching the second half and have a great one.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks so much. That is Alicia Roberts, Simon Fraser Clan senior guard, and we thank her for joining us on Clan TV to talk about that terrific first half shooting performance. As we mentioned, 5 of 8 from the field, 5 of 10 overall, 15 points in this basketball game for Alicia Roberts. And one of the real benefits of coming back home is getting a chance to play in front of family and friends, and Dad Norm sitting there in the crowd with the best seat in the house watching his daughter shooting those triples, and Alicia hit 2 from the top and 1 from each of the 2 baseline corners. I know I'm missing one somewhere else as well, but it was quite a performance in that opening half of play. We're going to bring in our analyst Zahid Vali Hashim in just a second here to talk about what we expect to see in the second half. But we can tell you from a Simon Fraser perspective that Rachel Fragile is on her way to another potential double-double. Rachel had a solid game in the victory over St. Martin's with a double-double there. She finished with, we're just going to dig up the numbers here, and I should have those on the tip of my tongue, but I don't. Apologies there. And the numbers for Rachel Fragile in that game, 25 points and 13 rebounds as well. The freshman understudy Sophie Swant in there with 12 points and 11 rebounds in the last game. Rachel with 9 and 7 in this game. And Sophie, yet to see the scoreboard, but already has 2 rebounds, made a great pass. She had 3 assists, one of them that great cut by Kett to the basket. So Sophie Swant is doing some good things here for the Simon Fraser Clan. Elisa Homer had 5 before leaving the game. Ellen Kett has 5 as well, along with 4 assists and no turnovers in 20 minutes of play. And those are solid numbers as the rest of the coaching staff of Seattle Pacific gets on the floor here. So we had the thoughts of Jessica Wallace, the assistant coach of the Simon Fraser team. We've also talked to Alicia Roberts. Now we're going to talk to Zahid Vali Hashim, our analyst here on Clan TV. And Z, just want to get some of your thoughts on the upcoming second half. And, if you're Simon Fraser, you're 1 half away from a very, very impressive 6-game win streak. You're going to get into some pretty tough games after tonight. But what do they have to do in the second half here to keep the mo going here to win this game?
Well, I think they had to readjust and retool having Homer out. Had to let other girls had to come step up and step up. And obviously, Alicia Roberts hitting 5 3-pointers in that second quarter. And he definitely did take on the challenge of filling the gap left by Homer in that second quarter. But just continue what they're doing. I think they, now they have a 15-point lead. I don't know if they have to push the pace as much. I think they can really settle down and do what they're used to doing. That's swing the ball, moving around. Like we talked about how great a performance they had last week in terms of sharing the ball. And I think they assisted on 28 of 30 made baskets, on Thursday night. And tonight they're 10 of 13. So they're still getting looks, but I really feel that the pressure that Seattle Pacific put on them kind of affected them in that first half. But I think that's something that they've probably talked about at half, and we'll see what they put out there on the second half.
I want to ask you about Ellen Kett from the perspective of, she might not be out there with a 20-point-a-game scorer's mindset, but she's got the mindset of being a complete general on the floor. And when you look at the fact that she played all 20 minutes, she only scored the 5 points. She had 4 assists, but she had no turnovers and 3 steals.
Yeah,
the efficiency.
And she leads the league in assist-to-turnover ratio. And, she's just an all-round player. You're right. She's not going to be the player who's going to put up 20 points. She's going to get a couple looks at threes, and she's going to probably knock down a couple as if she's the top 3-point shooter in Division II basketball. But, she's not afraid to go in there, rebound. And the respect that they give her for shooting the three, she's not afraid to look, take the girl off the dribble and drive the basket and draw contact and go to the line. Defensively, she's a gritty, she's a grinder. She's not afraid to go in there after a loose ball. We've seen her take numerous charges over the season, so she's just a great all-round player and an excellent find for Coach Langford from Australia.
What about from a pure freshman as the horn sounds as we get ready to start the second quarter, Z? When a pure freshman like Sophie Swan, who didn't score, actually has 3 assists, though, in that half. That's a rare thing.
It is, and she's come in off the bench every game that we've seen her. We talk about it over and over again, is that she comes in, she's that spark off the bench, and when there's foul trouble and she comes in, they're not missing a beat. And Sophie Swan, undersized for her position, but goes up, gets those rebounds, shares the ball. She's seen her knock down a 3 earlier this season, and just a great all-around player. I'm literally looking forward to seeing her develop over the next 3 years.
That's going to be fun to watch as we get back to second half action here from the West Gym. Howard Samura, Zahid Valley Hashem. It's Clan TV. We hope you're enjoying another broadcast of the GNAC Women's League here on Clan TV. Turnover for the Clan, though, on their first possession of the second half. Thrown out of bounds, and Courtney Hollander, number 21, inbounding quickly to number 11, Jaylee Albert. Jordan McPhee, number 13, out there as well. She's got the basketball now in the far baseline corner. Nice fake into the paint, off the window, can't get the finish. But there is a great job by Rodriguez, I believe, number 25. Yes, second chance basket opportunity not falling for Seattle Pacific. There's a handoff to Homer, batted away by Lucas Savage, number 3. Kent turns the corner underneath the Sam Beauchamp for the layup. And Ellen Kent off penetration. What a great job by number 5 to find Beauchamp in the post.
And she continues to have those just amazing assists, finding the cutting player, drives the basket, and always finding the player, her 5th assist of the night here.
Well, that is a great total as she's racking up helpers left, right, and center here. Lucas Savage drives in a hands in. I think Alicia Roberts thought she was getting called for the foul there. The body language certainly showing that, but she did a great job there. They called a jump ball, and it's going to go to Seattle Pacific. Jumper put up there is not going to fall for Seattle Pacific.
Kett drives to the basket. She's going to get that one to go. Ellen Kett to make it a 38-19-point lead. The Clan doubling up on the Falcons here.
Well, you're right about that, Z. Doubling on the scoreboard now and really getting into a groove. There's a shot by Rodriguez. She's going to put down a triple, though. Seattle Pacific having the answer to the shot there, trying to keep this game close right now, but the Clan with a 38-22 lead. That's Alicia Roberts with the ball. She was looking to hand off to Homer, and Elisa turned Alicia through it, and they almost lost the basketball. 8:07 the entry, and the post is going to go, and Fragile can't bend over to get it. Very quickly down the floor come the Falcons. Hannah Rodriguez putting up the shot, or check that, Courtney Hollander, check that, apologies. Hollander's 3 off the rim doesn't go. And now Simon Fraser back down the floor here with Ellen Kett. Homer now back up top to Beauchamp in the half court, looking at a bit of a zone look here. Simon Fraser trying to find some seams as they drive baseline. Homer's pass up top is going to get knocked away. Ellen Kett is going to take a fall to the floor, and the foul there is going to get called against number 11, Jaylee Albert, the freshman. Changes on the floor now for Simon Fraser. Vanessa G, number 2 out of Riverside, into the game. Elisa Homer, number 4, will take a seat. Simon Fraser in the half court. G with a basketball. Fragile. Great look from Rachel underneath the Beauchamp. Can't get the finish, but the 2 posts working well together there.
Yeah, it was a nice find and a little post-to-post action there, and a good look, but unfortunately didn't go in.
Well, the jumper there from Hollander is not going to find the mark. Sophie Swan, number 21, set to check in. Simon Fraser really riding the momentum of those 3-pointers from Alicia Roberts at the end of the second quarter of play. Have built a big lead here in the West Gym. Here's Kett in the post. She's going to kick back up top to Roberts for 3. Back iron and out. Tough shot there. Near miss there for Roberts. Seattle Pacific now in transition. Get a good look at 3. They can't find the bottom of the net there from Albert. She's going to get it back at the top and reset the offense. Jordan McPhee, Hollander back up top to Albert. Jaylee's stop at the elbow. They'll find a shot on the baseline. Hollander drives instead off the window, rolls off the back of the iron, but the offensive rebound. And a tough break there for Sam Beauchamp. She put her hands up, which is what you're supposed to do underneath the basket, but she's going to get called for the foul underneath. So Beauchamp's foul is going to bring in some new players here for the Clan. Swant number 21, 4 is going to be Homer. They're going to come back into the game. 3 new players set to check into the game for Seattle Pacific.
Really good effort from Hollander there to get her own rebound and put that one back. You know, the Clan obviously having success on the offensive glass, and you know, I'm sure Coach Heisey was happy to see her player be able to do the same thing on their end.
Julie Heisey's team battling here, but they're down by 15. You're right, Z. 6:20 left in the third quarter here as the second free throw from Hollander goes up. Hollander battling an injury on that left hand. You can see the protective glove she's wearing there. Perhaps a broken finger, we don't know, but battling hard here. Swant calling for the basketball. Instead, they'll go to Fradsley. This time Homer's got the basketball up top to Ellen for 3. Ket's triple off the back iron. Swant, great hustle to get the rebound. Finding Homer. Now to Ellen Ket. She is going to go cross court to Vanessa G. A lot of time on the shot clock here for the Clan. They're moving it around. Suffocating defense, and a steal being made there by Seattle Pacific. That's Lascania, number 21. And stealing it right back is Homer. One-on-one. Elisa off the back window, can't get it to go. Tough break for Simon Fraser, but a great defensive play there from Elisa Homer. I think Ellen Kett might have gotten called for a foul, and that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, you know, I would have liked to have seen a jump ball on that call. The girls, you know, had the ball tied up, and referee might not have had the best look on that, and then Kett was able to, or sorry, the Seattle Pacific player was able to rip the ball away, and the referee called a foul on Kett, but I think it might have been a jump ball situation before that.
Yeah, Kett had a look of incredulity on her face. Second foul of the game. She'll check out. Clan in a zone here. Changes on the floor. Pagano, number 30. Kick it to the corner. They'll put up the 3 ball, and they will not find the mark. They're battling hard underneath, though, are the Falcons. And they're going to call a jump ball, and that's going to go to the Simon Fraser Clan. So SFU getting the jump ball possession back in their favor. Right now leading by 14 points. We're 5:05 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Homer. She'll go up top to G. Vanessa quickly. Fiona Beals, number 10. Fiona pulls up on the dribble, goes to Sophie Swant, the jump stop from 15. And here's G driving to the basket. Great skip pass underneath, and Rachel Fradji will get mauled on her way to the basket. So getting called there, Brianna Lascogna. A timeout on the floor. We will take one as well and be back with more on Clan TV.
One team,
400 athletes strong.
we sing not one,
but 2 national anthems.
We strive to always be better.
we put our heart into competition.
We pursue national championships and university degrees.
We care about our communities.
We are
We are Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
Canada's NCAA team.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
Back on Clan TV, thanks to producer-engineer Gabe Lind for turning all the dials and getting us on the air in HD. We hope you're enjoying another broadcast here from the West Gym. What are your thoughts on Fradsley, Z? When she gets the physical contact and gets into the flow of the game, she really does seem to pick up a second gear in terms of her intensity.
She does, and you know, she's battling hard and going up there with the bigs from Seattle Pacific, and you know, her 5th and 6th trips to the free throw line here coming tonight, and you know, she's had some success drawing fouls on beautiful passes that come from the guard play of the Clan here.
They have been passing it well. You're right, as Frage makes the second free throw. 39-24, clearly in control are the Clan here with a 15-point lead. They'll move the ball around. Will the Falcons take a three from the corner and don't get the friendly roll? They were knocking those down with regularity, but Laskonia can't find the mark, and Fragely with a big rebound there. Here's Homer. Quickly to Vanessa G now. The drive into the paint. The whistle blows, and foul is going to be called against Seattle Pacific, and it's going to go against Lucas Savage. So Clan basketball just past the midway mark of the third quarter. G inbound, skipping it to Sam Beauchamp underneath. Can't get a handle on it, finally does. Kicks it out to Beals, and Fiona off the window, can't find the finish.
It's a nice drive by Beals, trying to get into the action, and she's kind of one of those players who comes in and just kind of plays a couple minutes here and there, but with the foul situation and she's getting extended minutes, and given the 15-point lead here, it's nice to see her kind of take advantage of that and try and contribute on the offensive end.
I completely agree. You want to see success for Fiona. She's such a great person. She works so hard, coming back from a major injury, and really wants to be a main part of this Clan rotation. Hard work there, got her a good look. We'll see what happens this time as Swant right down the floor to Homer. Skip past the Beals. Ooh, and the travel called there. It'll be a turnover for the Clan. So Simon Fraser continuing to hold the upper hand here in this contest. They really saw them pull away at the end of the second quarter of the play behind those three-pointers from Roberts. On the baseline, double team comes quickly for the Clan, and it results in a steal. A good job there. Gets Homer back up the court. She works off the Swan high screen to Beals back up top. Sophie head fake baseline. Great dish underneath, but it gets ripped away from Sam Beauchamp. And on the alternating possession, it will go Seattle Pacific's way. Subs into the game now for the Falcons. It's going to be number 21, Courtney Hollander, and number 13, Jordan McPhee.
I'm just looking at the stats here, and both teams have around 12 turnovers in this game, but if you look at the steals, SFU has 8 steals, Seattle Pacific has 3. So that tells me that they're really active defensively and pressuring the guards, pressuring the players from Seattle Pacific to get those steals, create turnovers and get those steals, whereas the Clan's turnovers are probably coming from out of bounds or other violations that aren't being picked up by the Seattle Pacific players. Well,
they are forcing Seattle Pacific into tough shots. This time Hollander, though, is going to draw contact on the shot and get to the free throw line. If you look at these Seattle Pacific players, Courtney Hollander, she stands out as just a warrior of a player. She works so hard. And Hollander, a 6-foot sophomore, is at the free throw line. Now, we mentioned she's wearing that protective glove on her non-shooting hand.
And they do come with, they do have some height. A couple of their freshmen who probably don't see as many minutes. Number 31, we have
Jane Grizzly.
Yeah. And then they have Carly Ratost, who's also 6'2" freshman.
Jane Grizzly, of course, the former Maple Ridge Rambler on this team, although I didn't see her in uniform. She may well be redshirting the year or be injured at this point, but as Fiona Beals comes off the floor, number 10, Alicia Roberts, out there with Homer, Beauchamp, Swant, and G for the Clan here, who want to try and win it for a 6th straight game, and Beauchamp doing a great job. Sam Beauchamp with the block and the steal gets her team up the 4, and here's Roberts. She of the 5 triples. Homer drives and kicks to Swant. Sophie tries to skip it, results in a turnover right into the hands of Lucas Savage. Homer right back down the floor, though, tries to get it back, almost does. Lucas Savage. Drive from McPhee, cross-court pass now to Hollander. She wanted to pass down to the block, but Beauchamp is doing a great job positionally. And Sam Beauchamp, great job there. Are they going to survive this possession? They are getting every loose ball, and finally they will get to the free throw line. Dogged effort underneath the number 30, Erica Pagano. So Pagano is going to get to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's quite the possession there for SPU.
You know what, Beauchamp Z is one of these players perhaps that maybe if she's not going to develop into a consistent 15-point scorer type player, she might give you a lot of intangibles in terms of, you know what, making you work harder for your shots, doing little things that maybe don't reflect in the box.
Yeah, absolutely, and her height and her size in this league is going to be a big part of the contribution that she brings to this Simon Fraser Clan team. Obviously coming from a successful program locally here at Holy Cross High School in Surrey, and Coach Steve Beauchamp, no relation.
Exactly.
But, she's developed quite well, and she's a great she's a presence on the floor for the Clan in down low.
Well, I love the way Bruce Langford looks down the road and can see what he wants his players to become, and he has brought Beauchamp a long way, and clearly so much time left in her Clan career here to really become a dominant part of that front court rotation. Clan showing a bit of a zone look again. They're going to get it into the middle to Luca Savage. She'll kick back out top. McPhee driving. Fragilely going for the block. Not too sure where the foul was. Was it Roberts or was it? It looks like Alicia Roberts got called for the foul there. It's only Alicia's second foul of the game.
And no Clan player really in foul trouble. Multitude of players with 2, but nobody with 3 fouls here. With a minute 32 left in the third quarter.
And we talked about, Z, the desperation in the Seattle Pacific team to try and keep pace with Northwest Nazarene for that last playoff spot. But Simon Fraser, on a night when Homer is not kind of going off, is clearly in control here, even though they had a bit of trouble coping with that zone.
Yeah, and SPU's got a chance here to make it a single-digit lead here on this possession.
You can see the standings on the screen right now. You look at those, and Simon Fraser is yet to play Anchorage, Western Washington, and Montana State Billings in their last 4 games. It is going to be one heck of a finish to the GNAC season for Simon Fraser. Entry in the post, kick out to Lucas Savage. They go for the 3-ball. Won't fall there for number 30, Pagano. And Ellen Kett quickly. Roberts cross-court pass, triple from Homer. Elisa's 3-ball off the back iron. Great rebound there, though, by Fragilely. This time Homer's going to drive it. She will draw the contact, and Homer will get to the free throw line. Courtney Hollander getting called for the foul there. Only her first of the game, and that's a tribute to Courtney. She's a terrifically physical player, but only didn't pick up a foul until now. Final minute of the third quarter. Dish to Beauchamp. She'll defer to Kett in the corner. Roberts for 3. Bingo! 3-point shot for Alicia Roberts, her 6th triple of the game. What a shooting performance by Roberts, 42-29. And SPU under the basket is going to get that one back, or a chance to get it all back, because that'll be an N1 opportunity on the way for number 30, Pagano. Alicia Roberts, what a night she's had.
Yeah, 6 of 12 from the floor, 6 3-pointers.
That'll bring the that'll bring the 31-point percentage up from 3. There's a baseline shot that they will bury, and that's Hollander. No surprise there on the baseline with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Alicia Roberts again with the basketball. This time the bounce on the deck. The turnaround shot wants to go off the window. Can't find the angle. And here comes SPU. Lucas Savage will get the layup with 5 seconds remaining. And boy, this is a nice surge for Seattle Pacific. You can't be happy if you're the Simon Fraser Clan. 42-35, a 7-point lead for Simon Fraser at the end of the third quarter. But that was a nice run by Seattle Pacific at the end of the quarter. Okay, we're going to take a break here on Clan TV. Back with the fourth quarter right after this.
It's on us to stop sexual violence.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
With 400 student athletes in 17 sports.
Together, we can end sexual violence at SFU.
To look out for each other.
And not look the other way.
To get a friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To speak up.
To step in.
To support those who need it. To be a part of the solution, not the problem.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
Because consent matters.
Because consent matters. Because consent matters.
Because consent matters.
Because consent matters.
Learn more about how you can contribute to a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual violence at SFU by visiting sfu.ca/sexual assault.
Because together, we can make a difference.
And we're back on Clan TV. Howard Samura here with you, Zahid Vali Hashim as well, starting the fourth quarter. And it's fun to be here tonight. So many kids in the gym, and Shanti Gill, one of the players on my grade 7 team at Pinewood Secondary in Delta, is actually getting a bird's eye view here. She's having a great time watching. And there's so many young kids in the crowd today watching this Simon Fraser Clan team. I can tell you, after this game, there's going to be a lot of kids looking for autographs. And so great that Simon Fraser is able to reach out to its community. Shot there is going to go out of bounds. Saved by Homer, but right into the hands of the Falcons. Here are the Falcons. And that was a nice run, Z, they put up at the end of the third quarter of play. They're right back in this game.
Yeah, 7-point game and within reach with the possession here. So see if they can cut this lead down to 5, maybe even 4.
Well, Hollander's got the ball now, and they go to Lucas Savage, this time resetting in the post. Julia Haining also in the game. A rebound, though, for Ellen Kett. With 9 minutes remaining here. Here's Fradsley at the high post. Rachel's pass to Elisa Homer, loses the handle. Sam Beauchamp able to squeeze it, but the foul is going to get called against number 30. And that's Erica Pagano. As she reached from behind, she's going to get called for the foul there. Pagano's third of the game.
Yeah, that is her third of the game, and that's a big one there. You know, for Pagano, who's had a good game so far.
The height there, they have some good overall height, have the Falcons. And Pagano now with 3. Here's Roberts. Dramatic 3 she hit in the third quarter. Roberts with the shot is going to go off the mark this time. And here come the Falcons. As we mentioned, they're only trailing by 7. Hollander driving on the baseline, triple teamed underneath. Turnover there, Roberts quickly down court to Ellen Kett. Kett will slow up the play. To Fradsley, Rachel off the window, can't get the make. And they're right into the hands of Hollander. There is Jordan McPhee now. McPhee will set the offense. Bullet pass underneath. Too easy. You can't like that if you're the Clan. Right underneath the basket to Erica Pagano with the 3 fouls, and she gets the basket. This Seattle team is closing the gap here. They're only trailing by 5. They've come back from a double-digit deficit. Roberts now with the basketball, resets back to Beauchamp. Sam misses underneath. Tough break for Beauchamp.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, great pass, great find by Roberts, and right under the basket, and couldn't get that one to go.
So Seattle Pacific with a chance to cut into this lead even further, trailing only by 5. Underneath to Haining, and number 15, that heavily bandaged knee, able to find her way to the basket for the layup. Simon Fraser wants a timeout. We are going to keep it here over this timeout. Our message to Gabe Lynn, our producer engineer, will continue to salute some of the fine people who support Simon Fraser Athletics. And we got to let you know about the Simon Hotel. Take your next hotel stay to new heights at the Simon Hotel, located on the SFU Burnaby campus. In addition to the breathtaking views from one of the Lower Mainland's highest hotels, guests receive complimentary parking, access to the SFU Fitness Center and pool, and discounted rates at the dining hall. Visit their website at sfu.ca/stay here, the Simon Hotel. As well, Pizza Hut is the place for delicious pizza on the Burnaby SFU campus. Stop by Pizza Hut, located at Cornerstone Mews, to satisfy your craving. Pizza Hut is open to serve you until midnight, 7 days a week. You can phone in your order or order online and have your pizza delivered in under 30 minutes. Be sure to check out pizzahut.ca for the latest details. And the last group we'll mention here, Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of SFU Athletics, and a proud sponsor of SFU football and all Clan teams. Charter is dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. You can visit them at charterbuslines.com. And as the team's now set to come out of the timeout, what does Simon Fraser have to do here? Keep their composure, I think, is number one.
Well, they do, and we talked about the half and what we wanted to see coming out of the second half, and they had a 15-point lead, and they had they could have slowed things down a little bit and played according to their game plan, but Seattle Pacific's forcing their hand and picking up the pace, and the Clan unfortunately are not shooting the ball well here in the second half, and they're this game's a little bit closer than it should be.
Well, a big full house here at the West Gym, kind of sitting on their hands right now, waiting for this Clan team to catch fire. And Roberts is 3 off the mark there. Seattle Pacific's number 11 is Jaylee Albert. Courtney Hollander now. And Hollander's going to get it back. She's going to knock it down a triple, and she's going to tie this basketball game at 42. Coming back from the 15-point deficit, they have tied this basketball game. They have all the momentum right now. What can this Clan team do to get back into the game? Swant for 3. Sophie, the freshman, knocks down the triple.
Wow, that's a huge three. It's the last person on the floor. You'd expect to hit that three-pointer and bring the crowd to a roar, and Sophie Swant, the freshman, pulls up and nails it from the side.
Well, that says a lot about her DNA, her character, and just unafraid to fail. She takes a 3 in a key situation and knocks it down. Now she's defending in the low block. Scramble for a loose ball. Ket's on the floor as usual. And let's take a replay look on Clan TV at that triple Z, and Sophie Swant showing the nice form there, knocking down the 3. Number 21. So 45-42 the score here, 5:51 left in this game. Simon Fraser doing a great job here of trying to fend off Seattle Pacific. We got to give all the props though to the Falcons. They have really come back strong. And as we said, as you looked at those standings in the GNAC, trying to get that last playoff spot, that 6th and final spot. And this Seattle Pacific team, really a hungry basketball team, as they have come out here with a purpose in the fourth quarter for head coach Julie Heisey. Crowd getting into it here and really realizing that the stretch drive of this basketball game is going to be so critical to carrying momentum in a Tuesday's game when Western Washington comes to town here on Tuesday night to play the Clan. It's Swant, it's Homer, it's Beauchamp, Ket, and Roberts coming out onto the floor for Simon Fraser. Painting Lucas Savage along with Jordan McPhee and Jaylee Albert among the Falcons on the floor right now. Ooh, there's a shot right at the shot clock buzzer by Albert that fails to find the mark. A scoop shot that doesn't fall. And Roberts now down the floor. Quickly to Alan Ket at the top. Ket comes to Swan. Sophie, the entry down low to Beauchamp, and the lob pass doesn't fall. This is a battle. 5:29 left, and Simon Fraser can't not waste those possessions. Albert now with the basketball. Beauchamp comes up to guard her. Sam, a great job to block it. Gets those elbows out and does a great job of protecting the basketball.
Coach Langford jumping out of his chair wanting a foul on that, and the referees call a jump ball there, and I'd have to agree with Coach Langford. Look, there's a lot of contact on that play and no call.
Sam Beauchamp did a great job there. Drive on the baseline, skip pass underneath, and great job there by Beauchamp. She's doing everything down low. Sam Beauchamp out of Holy Cross with a great block on the baseline. We're under 5 minutes remaining. Roberts now with the basketball. The handoff to Homer. Alicia to Kett. Ellen Kett finds the seam, drives, and is going to get fouled as she drives to the basket. And Lucas Savage is going to get called for the foul. Stacy Lucas Savage, the 5'9 junior out of Colorado, getting called for the foul there. And we'll look at this on the Clan replay. On the block, the great block there by Beauchamp. And you got to love what Sam did there, because she came down with a rebound, was dispossessed of the ball, had lost possession of the ball, but refused to give up on the play, and she did a great job to get it back here. And you see a better angle on that shot. Gabe Lynn, great look down on the baseline as Beauchamp gets the block.
The opposite is going to get a warning here for crossing the plane, getting in the way of Kett trying to inbound that ball.
Well, Ellen inbounds, gets it right back to the Swant. The pass to Beauchamp off the block, gets it batted away. They'll stay Simon ball. But you got to protect it right now. 4:39 left, and Sam's learning down on the block there. Batted right out of her hands, but stays with the Clan. 23 on the shot clock. Here's Kett driving behind the back. Going to go to Homer. Oh, and Elisa Homer draws the contact. The foul is going to get called. And it's going to go against Jaylee Albert, number 11 of the Falcons.
That's her fourth personal foul, non-shooting.
And Homer does a great job, as we look on the replay, of driving into the contact and creating the foul.
That's her 5th foul. Hit the horn. Hit the horn. Hit the horn.
Wow, that was a quick foul, and
11 right now.
Jaylee Albert has just picked up her 5th foul. She's fouled out of the game, so she is no longer in the game. 5 fouls and she's out. 2 quick ones there by Albert. 5 fouls and you're out, and that is it for Albert, who's played a great game as a freshman starter. So now in the half court, 4:30 remaining. 3-point Clan lead. Homer for 3. Oh, Elisa off the back iron. Tough break there, and Kett's going to get called for a foul over the back. And I believe that's going to be Ellen's 3rd of the game.
It's only the Clan's first team foul here. 5.5 minutes in, and been disciplined on the defensive end. First team foul, and that's Kett's 3rd, you mentioned.
So tough break there for Kett, and a 1-possession lead here for the Clan. Anybody's game here. As he mentioned, the Clan surrendering a 15-point lead. Seattle Pacific came back to tie it. There hasn't been a point scored in a heck of a long time here. And as I say that, Lucas Savage is shot off the back iron. Haining battling underneath, but look at Sophie Swant, the rugby mentality, right on the ground battling for that ball.
We're going to get, I think we're going to get a technical foul here. The players getting tangled up, and I think we saw a little bit of pushing and shoving going on, and the referees confer and see what they're going to do here.
Well, Sophie Swansea was the player on the floor, so we'll have to see what happened there. Wait and see what happens here, but was it indeed a technical foul? Sophie Swant was talking to the officials, and I have not seen her do that all season long as a freshman, but really wanted to make a point about something in a really classy way, but we'll see what happens here. Oh, I just heard Ellen Kett talk. And apparently Ellen Kett is going to get a technical, well, that's what the officials are talking about. Ellen Kett explaining that she feels she might be getting. And from the trenches, a report there, the player was trying to kick her, and she kind of grabbed the player's foot as the player was kicking her, is what Ellen Kett is telling her coach in the huddle. So we'll see if that indeed is the case and what the referee saw. But that's more of a case of self-preservation at this point. With 3:59 remaining, the officials coming over to confer, and we'll get the coaches, Julie Heisey and Bruce Langford, at center court. Well, I unfortunately can't hear all the details. I would pass them on. There's 3:59 remaining in this game. It's a one-possession game. They're obviously talking about a scramble on the floor. This is a real long stoppage to the play here. We'll get Zahid Vali Hashim, who is eminently more qualified than I to bring you up to date on all the complexities. And Z will bring us up to date here on what's happening as soon as he squares himself away. And what can you tell us, Z, about what's happening out there?
So we had a kickball situation, and that's what stopped the play initially. And then it looks like Ket went in there and might have made contact with one of the SPU players during that dead ball situation. So Helen Ket's going to get a technical foul here to put Seattle Pacific at the line for 2.
And of course, the tech's going to count against her own count. So Ket is now at 4 fouls. Is number 13. Jordan McPhee steps up and knocks down the free throw. Of course, Seattle Pacific will get possession of the basketball as well of the technical foul. So a chance here to really do something special here in their favor. Inbounding the ball, McPhee quickly will find a way to get it to Pagano, number 30, back up top to Hollander, who makes this clock tick. Jordan McPhee now 13 feeding to Henning on the block. 18 on the shot clock here is Hollander probing the defense, driving on Homer. Tough leaner is not going to go. And out of nowhere comes Henning to grab the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Not sure if Lucas Savage knows it. She's got 2 seconds left. Puts up a shot and she will get that to fall. And they will tie this game at 45.
And Coach Langford is not impressed. You know, those girls had a chance to get rebounds there and just couldn't secure it. And Lucas Savage goes up and hits that one to tie the game.
Homer, though, is getting adept at manufacturing the opportunities. She takes it at the defense. She's going to get 2 free throws here with 3:14 remaining. And what looked like a game that was well in control for Simon Fraser is turning into a nail-biter here down the stretch drive, 3:14 remaining. Elisa Homer making the first. Homer makes them both. It's a 2-point Clan lead.
The way things are going right now, looks like this might be one of those where the last basket wins or the team with the ball has to win.
You're right, Z. 3 minutes left, so strap yourselves in here. Entry down low, double team comes quickly off the back of the iron and almost to Seattle's possession again. Simon Fraser somehow comes away with the basketball, and this time from behind. That's a tough one for Seattle Pacific to give up. Jordan McPhee's going to get called for the foul from behind. And Homer again will get a chance to shoot from 15 feet here. So I'll look at it there on Clan TV as Homer on a Hansworth secondary now teeing it up at the free throw line. Good free throw shooter, but misses that one. Tough break for her there. And this time Homer will make it. So 48-45, a 3-point Clan lead. And scoring has just slowed to a crawl here. Simon Fraser has scored 3 points since Swan hit that triple. All Homer free throws. High arcer is going to fall. And I believe that was Jordan McPhee. So 48-47, 1-point Clan lead, 2:16 remaining. Homer with the basketball. Back to Ket Ellen. Roberts is going to get the 3-ball block, but Fragile gets her hands on the ball. They tie it up, and there's a jump ball situation. Looks like the Clan are going to keep possession here.
Yeah, there's going to be a baseline inbound here with 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
So plenty of time here on the Ket inbounds. They go to Beauchamp. Sam looks for a teammate will put it on the deck. Now the handoff to Kett with 7 on the shot clock. Ellen on the baseline, tipped out of bounds. And this is a tough one for Simon Fraser. They're going to get the basketball back with just 4 seconds on the shot clock. They need a quick hitter here.
I'm sure they have a play drawn up for this situation and see if they can execute it here.
Kett quickly to Roberts, down to 3, down to 2. Blocked shot, so 2 shots blocked on that possession.
This could be an interesting call.
Ooh, it looked like Seattle had possession, surrendered it, and Roberts got it. Should be Simon Fraser basketball. That's a big break for Seattle Pacific with 1:48 remaining in a 1-point game.
It's a bang play. There was a block that was then turned over. And SFU
we've got replay right here, and it's great to see. You're right about bang play. Well, clearly showed it on the replay there, but Simon Fraser's not going to get the basketball. Well, no. They have indeed ruled for Simon Fraser. Seattle Pacific coaching staff not happy about it, but Alicia Roberts is going to inbound the ball. I think they got the call right here. And we thank our producer engineer, Gabe Lynn, for those great looks at what just happened here on the floor. There have been some hotly contested calls in this second half. See, there's an edge in this game right now.
Maybe get another replay of this.
We'll signal up to Zahid to Gabe for another look if we can, Gabe. There seems to be another delay here. We would love to get another look at that play. And here we go again.
Okay, so do you have Brett possessing the ball? So we have a block shot.
And indeed, Haining is the one who batted the ball forward. So we'll see what happens here with the call. And we're right back with y'all. Thanks again for that another look at the play. Simon Fraser basketball here. Boy, what a game. 1-point game, Clan lead, 1:48 remaining. We're under 2 minutes remaining. And Simon Fraser with the basketball. They'll go upstairs to Kett. The handoff to Roberts. They run the weave outside. Homer to Kett. Working off the Homer screen. Elisa on the baseline. The drive to the hoop is not going to fall. Off the back iron. Beauchamp battling for the rebound, but it's going to go to the Falcons. And a big rebound there for Hollander, number 21. Jordan McPhee. Still with the basketball. 1:19 remaining, shot clock at 15. Lucas Savage, Hollander. Go to Lucas Savage in the corner for a long jumper. It's going to go in and out of the cylinder.
They're going to get an offensive foul here. Getting the and the coaching staff from SPU is just up off the bench here and just livid with the way this game is being officiated here in the last minute or so.
Well, they believe they're calling Julia Haining for the foul. The redshirt freshman out of Inglemoor High School in Linwood, Washington, getting called for the foul there. Her first of the game. She's been impressive coming off the bench as a force underneath. Basket there for the Clan. That is Alicia Roberts shooting the free throws. So Roberts with 1:07 remaining gives SFU a 2-point lead. And she will get the second one as well. Boy, the last 2 minutes off the game clock seem to have taken 20 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on out there, and in a close game like this, every call counts, every possession counts, and both coaches are getting into it, getting involved with the referee crew here as well, and some calls some tough calls, and they've taken the time to discuss and make sure they get it right.
From a Simon Fraser perspective, there's such a great opportunity here to win a close game. And you know what? Fight through a little bit of adversity. Some of it you created yourself, right, with this lag in the second half. But you're playing Western Washington on Tuesday. They're going to come in guns a-blazing, and boy, that's a tough game. You got to have your game at a certain level just to be ready for them.
You do, and this is not the way you want to end it here. If you're the Clan, they're not playing well here in the second half, and they want to make sure that they get it together here and gear up for the big game on Tuesday, but still got to take care of business here with 1:07 left in a 3-point game.
You're right about that. I think a victory here in 6 straight is really going to help them carry some momentum into that game, but it's a fragile thing here, and it's lying in the balance with 1:07 remaining. And that's number 13, Jordan McPhee with the basketball. McPhee's going to scoop to the other side of the court, reverse the ball. Hollander, Haining, jumper from the corner. Bingo! They will knock down the 3. Lindsay Lee is going to tie the score. What a well-run play there, and they finish with a clutch jumper on the baseline by Lee. What will the Clan do in response? 40 seconds remaining. Here's Kett, baseline. Homer takes it to the basket, can't get it to go. Scramble for the loose ball is going to get picked up. And the Falcons, Jordan McPhee has the ball. Foul being called on the play there, I believe. It's
Homer with the foul. I'm not sure why she was fouling there. There's more than 30 seconds left on the clock, and you're not putting them in the bonus situation. So
it's a sentiment that the head coach expressed to Homer, but nonetheless, 50-50 is a score tie game. And there's about a fraction of a second between game and shot.
That call actually really helped out Seattle Pacific because it took the time off the clock, but then gave them a full 30 seconds, so it minimized that gap between the shot clock and the game clock.
Wow. So down to 12 seconds here now, and this is a tough situation for Simon Fraser to be in. Seattle Pacific calls the time here. 12.1 seconds left in a 50-50 tie. You can't get any more of a nail biter than this.
Yeah, that was a really tough foul. I'm going to revisit that one as it gives Seattle Pacific a last shot situation, whereas if that foul was not called, there would have been separation, so that if SPU were to score on here, it would give Clan some time coming back to try and get a score to match that if they need to.
That is tough, and Simon Fraser has just got to bear down. You can't foul, you've just got to play the best defense you played this season. In the last 12.1 seconds of this basketball game, if you want a chance to come away with a victory.
That was SPU's last timeout there. Clan with 2 timeouts remaining, so expect to see one here if SPU does score here, but probably get a shot at the buzzer if I'm guessing what's going to happen here.
This is what it's all about. Hollander inbounding the ball to number 13, McPhee. Down to 6 seconds remaining in the game. They want to get the ball to Hollander. Simon Fraser had the ball. They lost it in the game. We're going to go to overtime. Fradgley had a chance. She jumped in the passing lane and thought she was going to come up with a steal. They were going to call a timeout Z and get a chance to run something late. But instead, we go to overtime. 50-50 the score. This is one heck of a low-scoring basketball game.
Yeah, and it's a very scrappy. That whole fourth quarter, there's a lot of stuff going on. We had some tough calls from the referees. We had the coaches really involved, and scrappy play. And it was just a combination of things that happened in that fourth quarter. But hopefully both teams can take this break here and regroup and come out and play a solid 5 minutes here.
Well, it's going to be an exciting overtime and 5-minute overtime period here to see what happens. And I'll ask for some instructions from our production crew. As we get some stature, I hope you're able to read the piece I wrote in the Province and Province.com on Elisa Homer and the tough adversity she's faced to get to where she is right now with the Simon Fraser team. And you look at this Clan team coming on the floor from Roberts to Kett to Homer. And when it comes to the three ball, they are clutch shooters and not afraid to take the weight of the entire game into their hands. And that's what you need from your shooters as well. Fragile out there as well with Sam Beauchamp to start overtime here in front of a tense crowd at the West Gym. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast this evening. It's got the feel of an old-time cage match to it, Z. It's been physical, as you mentioned.
It has, and I really hope that the teams have kind of put the regulation part behind them, taken that break, come out here and play some more fundamental sound basketball, because we had a scrappy affair in that fourth quarter there.
Did we ever? I'll tell you, Sophie Swant hit a three, and that gave them a 40, I'm not kidding you, wasn't that not a 45-42 lead when Sophie Swant hit that three? That was ages ago.
Yeah. Not many points being scored there in the fourth.
It was literally a scrum the entire 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Elisa Homer coming over to talk to head coach Bruce Langford. Heading back onto the floor now as this overtime period set to begin here in the...
I think some of the minor officials having some difficulty with the score clock and getting this overtime period set up on the scoreboard. I'm not sure what the issue is here. We've got the fourth period showing at 5 minutes and the fouls are staying there.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been a game with about zero flow to it. It's just, you know what, you want to win in this conference. The wins are so huge right now. As we mentioned, Seattle Pacific battling for that sixth and final playoff spot. They're in a tense race with Northwest Nazarene. They want it. Simon Fraser wants momentum here. They want to win for the sixth straight time. After some tough losses earlier in the year, this Clan team wants the momentum, but the 15-point lead was squandered, and this is what happens. We're in overtime, and we are now underway. Jumper, 4-3 by Homer, and won't find the mark there. That's a tough break for Simon Fraser to start this overtime. Jordan McPhee now with the basketball. Hollander, cross court. Lindsay Lee with the big shot. This time a jumper is gonna fall.
Two-pointer.
Jordan McPhee knocks it down 52-50. This Seattle Pacific team is getting clutch when they need to be. They've been the better jump shooting team over the second half of this basketball game. There's a jumper from Roberts. Oh, off the side iron, and Beauchamp battling. In overtime already this season, Seattle Pacific losing to Western Washington 70-67, so they've had the overtime experience, just didn't come through with a win in that situation. 52-50 right now is our score, though. And I'll tell you, that was a big three-pointer on the baseline that Lindsay Lee hit in regulation. Seattle Pacific again with the basketball. They enter to the high post, down low. Ooh, and Frasley looked like she got all ball underneath, but she's getting called for the foul. Julia Haining is going to step up to the free throw line now. Frasley with her third of the game. There is Haining. Nice looking free throw. So Simon Fraser in danger of falling out of a one possession deficit here. Haining getting set for the second free throw, made the first. Making them both. It's been a tough night from the free throw line for both teams, but Haining, solid job there, makes it a 4-point Seattle Pacific lead here. 3:44 remaining. Alicia Roberts. Skip pass to Sophie Swant, back to Kett. Allen driving to the basket. Kett off the window, the one-hander goes! And Ellen Kett with a big basket for Simon
What a
Fraser.
move. Takes her girl right and left hand off the glass to go in. What a great move by Kett.
Just beautiful to watch. I can watch it all night. Great job by Kett. Clan come down in a zone here of sorts. Seattle Pacific has been so clutch shooting the basketball, patient with their ball movement. This time almost turn it over. Lucas Savage manages to keep it and get it back to McPhee. Haining, the shot, turnaround shot from the elbow off the back iron. Bodies crashing to the ground for the rebound.
SFU is going to come away with possession on that.
Well, McPhee went up hard, number 13 for SPU, and she came down hard. But they're going to rule it to the Clan, and Swant set to inbound. Homer's cross-court pass to Roberts now as Alicia brings it across half court. Roberts to Kett. Ellen with that great drive to the basket and a lefty finish. Here's Swant. That learning experience for the freshman. The triple is not going to draw iron for Roberts. Clan need to get a stop here.
Still a one possession game as we halfway through the overtime stanza here, but plenty of time left and one possession game.
Haining underneath, kick for the three, and they're going to knock down a big shot from downtown with Jordan McPhee. They are hitting shots, and it's deadly right now. There's Roberts with a reverse attempt, does not fall, and Simon Fraser is in jeopardy here. 57-52 is the score. Boy, Z from a 15-point lead to a 5, that's a 20-point turnaround.
Yeah, that's a tough
McPhee to Hollander and almost lost the handle. Sorry, Z.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow right now. You're getting a 20-point turnaround on your home court.
Yeah. Swant back up top. Homer for three. Bingo! And Elisa Homer, who has struggled from beyond the arc and as a shooter today, knocks down a huge shot in overtime. Let's look on the replay here as they get great movement on the ball. Triple. It's going to fall straight through the mesh there, and a great feed back outside by Swant. Sophie Swant is drawing assists in this game. She's doing a great job. That was a nice pass out to Homer for the triple. Take another look at Homer's perfect form on the three ball. And Elisa doing a great job knocking down the triple there. Rachel Fradgley now set to check back into this game.
She's going to replace Kett, who's fouled out with her their fifth foul here. So Clan going to play down their floor general here, and as Langford's going to call a timeout.
He's going to call another one, and I'll tell you something, Z. She's the general. She never leaves the floor, and that's the second straight game she's fouled out. She's given everything she's got. And of course, we talked about that massive assist performance in the last game for Ellen Kett, who tied a GNAC record with a superb performance in the win over St. Martin's. Right now, it's a 2-point deficit. Simon Fraser, one win away from equaling its longest conference win streak. They won 6 conference games in a row in the 2012-13 season. If I'm not mistaken, that was the Sweet 16 year with Niall Raincock-Akunwe and company, so that was a very good Simon Fraser University team. This one here carving out its own identity, but in a pickle, there's no question about that. They need some clutchness down the stretch here in the final 134Z.
They do, and Seattle Pacific obviously carrying the momentum the entire second half. The Clan shot a paltry 4 of 22 in the second half.
Well,
4 of 22, 18.2%.
Hey,
give up that 15-point lead.
Seattle Pacific can certainly relate to that. They went 5 of 31 in the second half in their loss to Western Washington in Bellingham on Thursday. They've turned the tables on Simon Fraser. And there is such incredible parity in the GNAC. (57-55) with free throws to come from Jordan McPhee. Again, the importance here of this second free throw to make it a 4-point lead potentially. In and out, and a big miss there as Swat, a Warrior battling for the rebound, and a timeout is called. Oh, actually, so Jordan McPhee is going to get called for the foul. Sophie Swant was absolutely possessed getting that rebound and breaking out of the pack. So here's number 21, Sophie Swant, the pure freshman of Argyle Secondary in North Vancouver. Sophie missing on the first. Every point so valuable here down the stretch drive of overtime. Swant rips the mesh there. It's a 2-point game with 90 seconds left. Seattle Pacific may elect to slow up the tempo, but they still have to make shots if they want to leave Vancouver and Burnaby with a win tonight. Shot clock down to 16. Falcons content to run that clock down. Jumper for three is not going to draw any iron. Saved underneath the basket, and Seattle Pacific recovers the ball. Down to one on the shot clock with 1 minute left in overtime.
Yeah, that shot not drawing iron, and they're fortunate enough to save it out of bounds, but they have 1 second on the shot clock.
You can hear the call to head coach Bruce Langford. No fouls, he's saying. 1 second on the shot clock, 1 minute on the game clock here in overtime. Here's the Clan, and the ball slips through the hands of Lee. It goes right to Roberts, down the floor, trying to find Homer. Batted out of bounds. It'll be Simon Fraser's basketball. What tense moments here as Lucas Savage, number 3, comes back onto the floor for Seattle Pacific. Clan with a nice healthy 26 seconds left on the shot clock. 54.4 in the game as Roberts inbounds the ball. Goes to Fradgley. Rachel to the wing, to Swant. I don't know what happened there.
That is a tough
that's a
turnover.
tough one. That's a tough one. And I don't know if that pass was originally intended for Fradgley. I think it was actually intended for Homer.
I think it was intended for Homer. Then Fradgley caught it, and Swant kind of was on the receiving end of that, but went the wrong direction. Wasn't expecting it. Just went straight out of bounds.
Oh my gosh, what a costly turnover at this juncture of the game. It's called the catbird seat. It's where the Falcons are sitting right now as they wind down the shot clock and the game clock. 33 seconds left in the game, 10 on the shot clock. McPhee to Hollander, working off the hanging screen. Cross-court pass is intercepted. Elisa Homer intercepts the ball. 20 seconds left. She goes to Swant. Roberts cross-court. Homer for the win. Oh, it doesn't go. And they'll have to foul there.
Well, Howard, I tell you, man, Coach Langford had a timeout there, and I'm not sure why he didn't call it, but he wanted to maybe see if his players could create on their own, but he elected not to take a timeout there.
And I got ahead of myself, obviously not for the win, for the lead is what I meant to say there as Homer took that shot. And I think with the resume these Clan shooters have from beyond the arc, you can't really second guess what they're doing out there. They are great three-point shooters. But right now, it's a real tough situation here.
And they lost some valuable seconds there as none of the Clan players are in the vicinity to pick up, to go foul.
And they're going to miss it. It's a three-point lead. Call a timeout. And they finally do. With 5 seconds left, the Clan will call a timeout. Well, they've given the crowd their money's worth here. Nobody has left the gym, I can tell you that. These fans are glued to their seats as So Simon Fraser will be able to advance the ball to a better location on the floor here.
I think the referees are talking to see if it was an advanceable situation, because by rule, the player has to come down with the rebound and the timeout has to be called immediately before a dribble or a pass is made. So I'm not sure that they got that timeout in time right off the rebound, so they might put this back in the back court with 5 seconds to go.
Well, I don't know if Coach Langford knows that, but he will soon discover that as the Clan gets set to break out of the timeout. If our crew can show us a replay there of that timeout, it would be great to see what happened. And we might not be able to see it, but if we are, it would certainly be telling. Yeah, there was a dribble of the ball. Homer is dribbling the ball as Langford is calling the timeout, so they're not going to be able to advance the ball. Yeah, I think the officials have this call right, and that was a great look we saw. Although, Homer is, if we can see the replay one more time, Homer is dribbling the ball, and Langford is doing this. You can see the timeout being called by Coach, but Elisa Homer is dribbling the basketball. Whether Coach Langford started calling for that timeout before, we don't know.
And the officiating cue, like Coach Langford probably drew up a play, assuming that the ball was going to come in
exactly,
the front court. And the officiating crew, if they were going to reverse that and put it back to where it was, or where they're going to place it, looks like in the backcourt, they should have come over and told him so that he can revisit that play or drop
That's
another
a great
play,
point.
He's got a play right now.
Okay, let's take a look again. See, the official signaled right there.
And I think we have the official there signaling as well that we had the timeout. So it'll be interesting if we can see when.
Well, look at, before Elisa Homer dribbles the ball, the baseline official has signaled that she indeed sees the fact that Coach is calling the timeout. It's an absolute shame we can't use Clan TV as an NFL replay here. But Coach Langford is not, he just got teed up. Coach Langford just took a tee. I think he wants to be ejected. He is livid. Coach Langford is livid right now. And it doesn't look like they're going to win the argument.
And Coach Langford has a history with referee Leslie Smith. He has been ejected by her against Seattle Pacific a few years ago. So,
well, we'll take one more look here as the teams come out, if we can do it quickly. You see the referee is already signaling this. Anyway, we'll leave that. We had great looks at the play. And this is a tough one because this makes it a 2-possession lead. McPhee hits a huge shot. Seattle Pacific, if they lead Burnaby Mountain with a victory tonight, have scored a big upset here on their potential path to the playoffs. Gutsy, never say die attitude from SPU tonight. 61-56. It's a 5-point lead for the visitors.
It's a white ball and no one's here to inbound, so I guess Alicia Roberts is going to come inbound 5 seconds down 4. And that is a tough technical foul. He doesn't get that technical, and they still have a chance for a three-pointer to tie it.
Fradley shoots the 3, and that's going to be it, 61-56. And look at the expressions on the face of this SPU team. They come back from the dead to win this game, down by 15. And they just simply gutted out a victory here against the Simon Fraser University Clan. You talk about the parity in the GNAC. We saw it here today. Julie Heisey's team comes in and takes one from the home team, Simon Fraser. That is a tough pill to swallow for the Clan. Coach Langford out there and part of the handshake talking to Coach Heisey, and it's not the feelings they have against each other. It's the feelings the coaches have had for the officials here tonight that really showed over the final stages of this fourth quarter of play. We are going to call that a night here and wrap it up here from the West Gym. For our producer engineer Gabe Lynn, for sports information director Steve Frost, and for my broadcast partner Zahid Vali Hashim, I'm Howard Samura. We're bidding you farewell from the West Gym, and we'll be back with you again on Tuesday when the Western Washington Vikings come a-calling.